outpaced Deadly Avenger and then just got run down late. Off the wide draw here with these few wide runners in Zipping Menage and Grand Tour drawn in box 5 and 6. It'll be hard to see him outpace them and try to whip around them. He's a greyhound that's certainly racing well and on the up. Just looking for most probably a more suitable draw and something easier.
The Sky One join us, and this is a great contest. And what I find really strange, at least visually, in the way this market looks, is greyhounds the quality of Grand Tour at $6 and Hector Fawley, the reigning Victorian Greyhound of the Year, $8, and the likes of Mapunga Tully and Zipping Hopkins are short ones. And they're the ones you've got 1 and 2. Nate, tell us why.
Yeah, 1, 2, 5, 17. Mapunga Tully on top. I think she gets a perfect map here. No speed in 2 from Zipping Hopkins. Vacant box in 3. Euroball in box 4. Doesn't have a great deal of speed. So I think she gets her chance to lead. And when she leads, she's posted 29.06 at Sandown in a prelude of the Melbourne Cup a couple of weeks ago, and then posted 29.74 here last Wednesday night when she was able to lead from the front. If she can find the top and run 29.7, it's awfully hard to get past. For second, Zipping Hopkins, Graham's got plenty of ability. Typically a slow beginner, will hug the fence. He'll be doing his best work late. 5 Grand Tour in for third. A greyhound most probably well drawn in box 5, runs a straight line. Greyhound going great guns for the Bravo kennel at the moment. No surprise to see him figure in the finish. And then for 4 for put in number 7, Hector Fawley. He is the reigning Victorian Greyhound of the Year. He's going to be strong at the back end. Not a favourable draw out wide, but he'll be in the back half of the field charging late. 1, 2, 5 and 7 my numbers. Race number 5 at the Meadows.
And as we saw earlier tonight, 2 Phoenix contenders trialled, Smooth Plane and Big Energy. Big Energy around 29.6. Smooth Plane 29 and 41. Unbelievable. Less than a length off Alan Deed's track record, and certainly changes the way most people are thinking about him going into the Phoenix next Saturday, and particularly the box draw tomorrow, 10:30 live here on Sky Racing 1. Race 5 in the Meadows on Silver Chief night. This is a beauty, and to talk us through it, James Van Martin.
The beat from the rails alley. They're moving in. Race 5, they're loading well. So they're coming in, 2:10 now, the red. Last of them placed away. And they're set now. All in for League 1 of the quaddie. Stand by for a jump. And they're racing. Mapunga Tully out well. Grand Tour went out fast. And look at the old boy Hector Fawley charging over. He's going to just about take the lead. Down and out Poor Utility. So settling down, Mapunga Tully took the lead. The rest were in real bad trouble, and Mapunga Tully raced away. 5 lengths over Zipping Hopkins, who gives chase. 6 away Zipping Menage, and then Grand Tour. And then Uriah Bell, and Hector Fawley was checked to last. A race in 2. Mapunga Tully led Zipping Hopkins, who's up within a length. Mapunga Tully's lifting, clinging on and winning. Mapunga Tully 1.5 length to Zipping Hopkins. 3rd Grand Tour, and they got away then from Uriah Bell to grab 4th, just over Zipping Menage. Hector Fawley, one of the hardest luck stories of the year, I'd say. And at the end was Poor Utility. Time is fast, 29 and 93.
29 and 93 to Mapunga Tully, and we're going to take a look at this a few times to understand what happened. And of course, Poor Utility came down. He got up quickly and was in full stride following the field into the catching pen. And here's the head-on, Nate. Tell us what happened.
I still don't know how Hector Fawley began and nearly got across off the wide draw. There was all this pace. We thought he was going to be a run-home dog, and he's almost crossed off the wide draw. I haven't seen him begin like that since this time last year when he nearly won, nearly led a Phoenix. He came out running on that occasion, and he came out running again here tonight, and it really changed the complex of the race. Mapunga Tully didn't begin great. She tried to anticipate the start on the head-on and was on the back foot slightly, but that pace to pick up her feet and really drive through. Was able to kick up underneath. Grand Tour was a bit of the meat in the sandwich in the early stages. Mapunga Tully was able to get through the corner, lead, and then it had Zipping Hopkins to fend off late, who was always going to be the dog that was going to be out the back early getting the run, and there was a bit of scrimmage through the corner, mainly because Hector Fawley began, which we don't expect Hector to do, especially over the 5.25 off a wide draw at the Meadows. And then from there, Mapunga Tully had to be brave because Zipping Hopkins was really eating up the turf and most probably come outside of her, and that cost him most probably that half a length, which in turn was the winning margin. But Mapunga Tully box 1 was the key in that race, but there was a lot to take in, and the early speed from Hector Fawley might have been the handler. There was no Ian Cockrell or Lisa Cockrell at the end of that lead, and geez, didn't he come out tonight? He was really coming out running, and that'll give him some confidence going forward if they can keep the early speed in the old boy's legs, because we know he's got the back end. He was nearly able to cause a massive upset by crossing off the wide there, but not to be, and Mapunga Tully was able to use box 1 to full advantage.
And the time that he begins, he lands outside of Grand Tour with Mapunga Tully on the fence. So stiff there, but he's an absolute jet, and looking forward to see where he goes to next. Would you roll the dice with him in a Sale Cup?
Well, I wouldn't see why not, and especially if you can show that early speed and draw closer to the fence, because I think that's the key to the Sale Cup is if you, the way the track shape is, if you can get to the corner first, you're a massive chance, because then you're always turning down the back straight, and it's a 640 middle distance, you know, it's almost a staying type of cup race, but you need the early speed to put yourself into the race by the corner. Very rarely do the Sale Cup winners come from the back half of the field, even though it is, you know, a distance race. So I think they'll be quietly confident that if they can have that early speed, we know he can run a very strong 600. There's no doubt the Sale Cup, you know, most probably will come up at the right time, and it'll be his last chance at one. So I couldn't see why Ian and Lisa wouldn't have that at the back of their mind. And he's obviously still racing with great venom. Look at the way he's come out tonight in a genuine mixed grade 3 and 4 and ran a really good first section. So